Alright, welcome back to the semi-finals of the Admirals Cup, Age of Empires 2. We got TaToH spawning as a Hindustani up against Dogao. And which one of these tells us the actual map name? We're here on Land Madness. So a bit out of touch with me AoE2 map names. We've got these extremely high level contenders here in the semi-finals, which I believe is a best of 5 series. So we've got TaToH, Hindustanis, nice camels and gunpowder unit civ. It's up against Dogao, who's on Byzantines. So nice civ for trash wars, for getting to the Imperial Age. And also has very tanky buildings, so in base race sort of situations. So I guess you don't really see a lot in AoE2 because taking out buildings takes forever with your actual units. You got to pretty much rely on siege for it. But Byzantines have a bit of an upper hand there. Land Madness is a bit of an odd map. Got the small wood. We're not allowed to call it Pussywood anymore because it's not politically correct. So it's the small woods. Reduced tree size. They all seem to be in this little sectioned off area. I think you're absolutely fine to build on that tile, I'm pretty sure. I think it's just more of a decoration for the map. Little stone outskirts from all the forests. And there's quite a bit of resources here for our players to go for, as well as, what's that, 5 relics in total? But like, look at the amount of stone and gold up for grabs for our players. Like, as long as you can secure some space on this map, it should be pretty easy to gather some resources throughout the whole game. Unlike some of the other maps where quite loaded on stone or on gold. So it's a bit of a race to put your opponent into pretty much only being able to field trash with locking down sections of the map. So Feudal Age on the way for our players now. TaToH going for a villager there actually. Now he's going for feudal, so he's aging up at 19 vills. Dogao aging up at 18. You get a wall in that wood line there. Well, Dogao hasn't bothered starting to wall his in at all yet. TaToH, a little bit defensive. Already opting to throw all these palisades up. 2 seconds. Just want to make sure. Yeah, that's sweet. I was going to say, if after over 2 hours of fucking around trying to get depatching work to cast earlier games in the tournament and try and, you know, cast some other games from other tournaments, I really didn't want to find out that the mic wasn't working, but fortunately it is working. TaToH actually having to delete a segment there already. Carrying another lumberjack in over his barracks. He's got a range and barracks here for Dogao. Should have really cheap pikes and skirmishers. TaToH just the barracks for now. Dogao just scouting out his base. The stables going down. I don't know if Dogao actually saw that. No, he didn't see it, so that's very nice timing there for TaToH, throwing it up then. Just keeping his opponent in the dark as to whether or not it's archers or cavalry that are on the way. TaToH hasn't actually scouted Dogao at all yet. Just been doing a bit of a macro scout, having a bit of a look around the map. Seeing what's up for grabs. And now he's going to scout his opponent. And he's seen the military buildings, so that's pretty much the only tell he really needs at the moment. So he's just going to keep looking around and sussing out what his opponent's outlying resources are. So this is, you know, just as important as actually checking your opponent's base out. You know, once you've seen some of the more salient parts of their build, you know, now he's actually coming in to just have a look and sort of put the pressure on Dogao, who's going to want to wall up just to keep these villages safe. So TaToH, even though he's just really just scouting at this point, this, you know, means that Dogao's going to have to be careful because he's not going to be quite sure exactly when an attack's coming, but he knows that his opponent's got intel on his base and on his production facilities, and by now he has seen the stables, but until he was sort of in the dark compared to his opponent. But now TaToH's had to commit to a range as well. Does have a single spearman, but he's going to have to be careful considering it's mostly archers in this composition here for Dogao, so these guys can be really good against those spears. TaToH going for skirmishes. These guys good counter to the archers, and they aren't going to cost any gold. They're going to be extremely squishy though, so he's not going to want to engage until he, well, engage and leave them undefended until he can take out that scout. But Dogao having to retreat just to try and pick up some more of his archers. Going for blacksmith in the stables, so he can keep fielding more scouts of his own. So both our players now up to 3 production buildings, and having taken a blacksmith as well. Archer being picked off there. More archers in production. Fletching upgrade and more scout cav on the way. TaToH. Now it's just pumping out more scout cav and more skirmishes. Doesn't look as though he's taken any blacksmith upgrades yet. He's placed the blacksmith, but he's actually made any use of it just yet. Doesn't look like there's any upgrades on any of these units. Players be thinking about taking Castle Age soon though. And upgraded skirmishers are just going to find it hard to fight against the upgraded archers, because bearing in mind with these guys having fletching, they now have good damage. Oh, there we go, fletching. It's finished here for TaToH. Actually getting padded archer armor as well, which it looks like Dogao hasn't squeezed in just yet. But with the smaller number of range, even though he's got the skirmishers, before he'd taken that fletching upgrade, he was at a bit of a disadvantage. Now he seems to be okay, and he does have that padded archer armor as well, so he can move forward with these guys. Sort of wait for Dogao to overcommit before he sends his spears and his scouts in. Dogao still streaming in cavalry and ranged at this point. Scout going down on each side of the fence there. Dogao is actually behind a couple of villages at the moment. He must have gotten housed in the midst of this. Because TaToH's in the lead by 4 villages, and I don't believe TaToH actually has any form of train time reduction here for villages, just the cost. But Yeah, gonna snipe a couple of villagers. Well, a villager. Attempt to snipe some more. The beauty is, it does force Dogao to bring most of his defenders back. And the archers for Dogao safely back at home. So that's going to mean that this light cav is going to have to get the hell out of here. Sorry, scout cav's going to have to get the hell out of here. Because they don't really have anything to support them. So we've got archer production here as well for TaToH, but he seems to have cut that to try and get his castle age by the look of things. Dogao has his castle age on the way as well as his gold mining upgrade. Dogao, a bit smaller military here and down on eco population as well. This is a nice engagement considering TaToH's army is a little bit split up. She's now cut off in the scout cav. Having to try and micro onto the spears and onto the range there of TaToH. This is a nice fight for TaToH by the looks of things. Though he's lost most of his front line here. The archer ball for Dogao has been shattered, but he does have that quicker castle age timing. Bear in mind this little force here. Not going to be able to get a huge amount done. Unless it can lock down a couple of these villages. Dogao. Oh, here we go. His age up. Finishing up now. So we'll be able to get knights, and these guys will be extremely deadly. They have no problem taking out that force. But in saying that, Dogao is down by 5 villagers at the moment. Looks as though he may lose 1 or 2 more. Here we go, the knights now out in the field. So double knight production. So switch to camel riders as well. Because giving the advantage against TaToH, unless TaToH sneaks them in as well. The knights, solid as they are against pretty much all units. The camels, really nice specialist anti-cavalry. So TaToH, camel production of his own, not mucking around making knights. Second town centre on the way. A monastery so we can start snatching up some relics and healing some units. Second town centre as well for Dogao. That villager gap seems to have closed a little bit. How can the villager gaps be opening and closing without villagers getting killed, guys? These buggers need to produce more vills. Just kidding, they're putting each other under a lot of pressure, so the occasional delay of a villager cycle or, you know, getting housed, I guess it's semi-excusable. Dogao trying to attack from the left side of TaToH's base to try and snipe the monk, almost losing the skirmish in the process, and almost certainly will go down. Ooh, TaToH's actually... Now he's going to double back and pick it off. He's chasing the army of Dogao over on this side of the map. He's trying to take the better engagements. Nice micro here, guys. They're fighting on top of the tiger as well, just to add a little bit more chaos to the fight. The monk, it's going to mean Dogao's either going to have to stop fighting on the front line to actually snipe the monk, or risk losing units to conversion, and on top of that, TaToH's going to be able to heal through it, but it looks like Dogao's going for a monk of his own. Dogao, good awareness there, because he's actually left a bit of a gap here. Looks as though he's able to save all the villagers too, so nice defense with his cavalry. TaToH to start snatching up some relics. And I mean, he can go for several monks just to try and get as many relics as possible, but at the same time, slightly delayed that next monk. Just because there's no point having a million of them out or not spending on other things and then risking losing them all. And Dogao's going to try and go for the central relic. Pretty much the same time as TaToH here. It looks like TaToH, with a much larger portion of his force here to defend the relic, I think he'll ultimately be able to grab this. Able to get a conversion. Dogao, but unfortunately, both It and the monk instantly going down. TaToH snatching up that central relic. He's already got one. He gets Sanctity, I believe. This is health for the monks. There's Tech Tree. Oh, let's go across, have a quick look. Have a sass. Yeah, extra health. To go with a couple of idle villagers there. He's gonna have to try and get this army out of here because he's already lost one of those camels to a conversion, and he's definitely well outnumbered there by TaToH. He's gonna add another stables, the third town centre in action now, while TaToH also up to 3 town centres. In fact, slightly quicker because he has got a small villager lead over what he had over his opponent. Dogao managing to secure a relic now. TaToH up to 2. And it looks as though Dogao is eager to try and prevent this third one getting to TaToH's monastery. So just seeing if we can pick off any villagers there. TaToH's looking to just go for it, I think. He's got a great composition here. 22 camels already and a couple of monks to back him up. Dogao definitely fighting a bit of an uphill battle here, I think. So it looks like TaToH able to really clean up on the front line there. And this kill death lead starting to really open up now. A lot of villagers having the garrison, some of the monks being picked off. And TaToH actually going to raid the farm over here as well. Should be able to get a couple of villagers out of that. Well, Dogao's going to have to try and bring a lot of villagers in to maybe make... You can't even afford a castle at this stage. It's more gold gatherers. Well, TaToH actually going to bring down the sables. I thought it was said that units were terrible at tearing down buildings and that we weren't going to see it, but Hindustani player going to try and snipe one of the stables here. Really take advantage of the fact that he's slightly up in military production. This should mean he can get even further ahead in military production. Be a huge pest in these town centres. So it looks like Dogao's going to have to try and counter-raid his opponent. Now he's behind at the moment, so he's got to try and clean up this force inside his base, and at the same time, if he can get some villager kills here, force his opponent to retreat and pick off some stuff coming straight out of production, he might be able to come back ahead, but it looks like TaToH's got enough back here on the defense that it's not going to be very easy. In fact, TaToH's going to try and focus down the town centre here. Let's pick off as many straggler villages as he can. GG. TaToH takes the game.